If you're seeing the Tinkercad error file too large message, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it quickly and safely. This is one of the most common problems people run into when they try to import a detailed 3D model or a complex SVG into Tinkercad. The good news is that the issue is usually not the design itself, but the file size, the polygon count, or the number of nodes in the shape. So if you've been stuck and wondering why Tinkercad refuses to import your file, this tutorial will walk you through the best fixes step by step. And before we jump in, if this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this one. Alright, let's get started. First, it's important to understand what Tinkercad is actually telling you. When you see the file too large error, Tinkercad is usually warning you that the design is bigger than its import limits. In many cases, that means the file is over 25 megabytes, where the model has too many triangles, faces, or anchor points for Tinkercad to process properly. So the fix is not just to try uploading it again. You need to reduce the complexity of the file before you import it. If your file is a 3D model, such as an STL or OBJ file, the first thing you want to do is simplify the mesh. A mesh that looks normal can still have thousands or even hundreds of thousands of faces underneath, and that can easily trigger the error. One of the best ways to do this is with Fusion 360. In Fusion 360, go to the Mesh tab and insert your mesh file. Then choose Modify and click Reduce. Set the reduction type to proportional and set the remeshing type to adaptive. After that, lower the face count until the model becomes much lighter. A good target is often under 50,000 faces if you want smooth importing in Tinkercad. Once you're happy with the result, right-click the body and save it as a new mesh, then export it as a fresh STL file. That new file should be much easier for Tinkercad to handle. If you don't use Fusion 360, Meshmixer is another excellent option. In Meshmixer, import your STL file, then press Ctrl and A to select the entire model. After that, go to Edit and choose Reduce. You can change the reduction mode to percentage or triangle budget, depending on how much control you want. The key here is to lower the triangle count enough that the file becomes lightweight, but not so much that the model loses important detail. Once the preview looks good, export the result as a binary STL. That binary format is usually smaller and more efficient than ASCII, which can make a big difference. Blender is another strong option if you already use it. Import your STL into Blender, then go to the Modifier Properties panel and add a Decimate modifier. Choose Collapse as the mode, then lower the ratio, for example to 0.5 if you want to cut the geometry roughly in half. Apply the modifier once the model looks acceptable, and then export the file as a new STL. This is a very effective way to bring a model under Tinkercad's import limit without rebuilding the whole design from scratch. Now, if your file is a 2D SVG, the problem is usually too many anchor points or nodes. Large SVG files can look simple, but if the paths are overcomplicated, Tinkercad may still reject them or lag badly during import. In Inkscape, you can fix this by selecting the design and pressing Ctrl and L to simplify the path. This removes unnecessary points while keeping the overall shape intact. After simplifying, save the file as a plain SVG, so extra metadata is stripped out. That helps keep the file as lightweight as possible. If you use Adobe Illustrator, select your object and go to Object, then Path, then Simplify. Use the slider carefully to balance detail and file size. You want to remove enough anchor points to make the file easier for Tinkercad, but not so much that the design becomes distorted. When you save, make sure to uncheck Preserve Illustrator editing capabilities. That option can keep extra hidden data in the file and make it much larger than it needs to be. Here's another very useful trick. If you are exporting from any CAD software, always choose binary instead of ASCII when that option is available. Binary files store the same design data in a much more compressed format, which can help you get under the file size limit much faster. This one change alone can sometimes solve the issue. Now, let's talk about the import settings workaround, because sometimes the file too large message is not only about file size. In some cases, the problem happens because the model is physically massive or has strange geometry that makes Tinkercad take too long to process. When you import the file, look at the scale setting in the Tinkercad import window. If it's set to 100%, try lowering it to 10% first. Once the model is inside the workplane, you can scale it back up afterwards if needed. This can sometimes help Tinkercad accept a model that would otherwise fail. You should also check for clean geometry. Make sure there are no floating stray points, disconnected parts, or tiny invisible objects far away from the main model. Those hidden elements can force Tinkercad to calculate a much larger bounding area, which can trigger import problems. Cleaning up the model before importing can save a lot of frustration. So if you want the fastest way to remember this fix, here's the simple summary. For 3D files, reduce the mesh using Fusion 360, Meshmixer, or Blender. For SVG files, simplify the paths in Inkscape or Illustrator. Always export in the smallest practical format, preferably binary when available. And if the file still won't import, lower the scale and make sure the geometry is clean. As a final rule, remember Tinkercad's approximate maximum file size is 25 megabytes, and for smoother performance, try to stay under 100,000 triangles whenever possible. If this tutorial helped you fix the Tinkercad File Too Large error, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more practical design and software guides. And if you want, I can also make a follow-up video showing the exact best settings for STL optimization, SVG cleanup, or Tinkercad import troubleshooting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.